Almost 30 years since the legacy cast were together. How was it?
Fantastic. As I've said, as you've heard me say,
I'm happy to hear it again.
I celebrate every day the greatness of Laura Dern and Sam Neill, and the rare, lucky, ensemble that we made 30 years ago in a movie that was unforgettable to me, a creative experience with them and with the great Steven Spielberg that was unforgettable, transformational and unforgettable. And now, if somebody had told me back then, 30 years from here, they're going to be talking to Faye McCleary and about this thing, so unbelievable. And we were nostalgic and sweet, and we sang and we improvised. It was great.
Yes.
And then to be mixed up with the glorious Mamoudou Athie, and it's true, and the rest of the cast, he and I have, if you haven't seen the movie, you and I, lucky for me, have, I think so, have several moments and scenes and even a backstory that connects us.
Man.
Yes, we're partners, we're a team.
And what was that like for you? It must have been incredible.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I'm sitting next to him now, and we're gonna have a lot of laughs, and I'm going to make fun of him a little bit, but honestly, it was a real treat. I mean, I admired all three of these actors since I was a kid, and Jeff, we went to the same school.
The William Esper School of Acting, yes.
Yeah, and I saw him as a kind of model of this is also a leading man, somebody who's highly individual and also, just interesting in their own right, but also can, lead a movie. And I took a lot of inspiration from that. So thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate it so much. There's so much we need to talk about that William Esper training, which is the Sanford Meisner training. It's very particular, and those who have studied it are passionate about it, and, it did something to them. But you... I'm just thinking, you are something. No, if you've seen his past work, The Front Runner and Uncorked, which I saw, you are every bit of a talk about leading man.
That's very kind of you.
And
Thank you,
person of deep emotional gifts and substance and wit and charm. That's in my humble opinion.
Am I right in thinking that during this set and during the filming, you all stayed in the hotel together because of COVID protocols? But that must have been great team bonding.
Yes. It was. We were in the same. It was Colin Trevorrow who suggested it. I remember a call.
He's
shortly.
to blame. No. No, go ahead.
He's our great director. He made a heck of a crackerjack movie, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is no small time. He's the architect of these 3 world movies. Wow. He wrote and directed the first one and wrote the second one, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. He said on the phone call, we said, maybe we'll live around Pinewood Studios where we're going to make it because it's a British show, this show, with the big crew members and big British crew who were great. He said, we could live in houses around there, or we could all stay at this hotel that I know of that they've sussed. I think we should do that, because on weekends we could get together and rehearse. We could really not only bond with each other, but make it useful, creative bonding. And that's what we did. So it was not only delightful and forever bonding. We talk to each other all the time, but it was useful, and it was a heck of a creative experience.
Yeah, I like that word, useful. It was.
Right? Yeah. It was fruitful. We'd get together on a Sunday. He'd schedule every hour, on the hour, a very focused and serious rehearsal session. And even though Emily Carmichael and he had written a great script, we'd go over the next week's scenes.
Yeah.
And he was so sweet and collaborative. He'd say, hey, the character is better than I do, and what do you want to do?
I mean, honestly, it was the most collaborative process I've ever had on, I think, anything. Which is insane.
He was smart. He was talented, very sweet and generous. But I think it was for the good of the thing. And we got something out of it because he had taste. And I came in, I said, how about that? He went, no. What if I say that? No. Yeah. I go, okay, good. It tickled me, but I'm glad I wanted to say it one time before it got discarded. And
you got that one thing in there.
And then he said, but how about that thing that you're thinking of? And a couple of things, got in. Yeah. So it was, I loved it.
Well, I've run out of time. Thank you so much. I really loved the movie. I'm a huge Jurassic fan. Yeah, I loved it.
Are those Jurassic shoes? No.
It's so good.
It's Faye McCready.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey